So you want to do a 25 at some point during the show?
Sure, and we're live.
What's going on,
Hey,
guys?
guys.
What are you doing? Whew.
Hello, everyone. Let me start hitting up these Aldermere. We got Kevin from the Beer Shack.
What's up,
What's
Kevin?
going on, guys?
Cooking
Kevin,
burgers on the grill.
Kevin, what about Kyle?
Oh, that ain't right. It took me. I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh, I've been cooking.
Russ Young, how's it going?
Well, that's why I can't really. I don't have my earbuds in. Dude, I'm just not ready tonight, man.
Oops,
You're not ready.
I'm ready.
You need 5 minutes, Kyle? Take your time, man.
I'm
Take your
good.
time.
I'm good.
So,
I
everyone,
got
we've
kids,
got
man. I know how to adapt.
Nate from Ferocious Beard in here. By the way, Kyle, you're lagging a bit. Your
lagging?
screen will just go. It'll stick, and then you'll come back with movement. Got Satisfied Senior. Hello, Satisfied Senior.
What's going on, Rick?
Nick H.
What's up, guys?
Oh,
Hey, Nick.
and we've got Frank coming in to say hello.
Nick asked why water.
Why water?
Well, because I'm drinking water tonight, and I'm like, I don't know.
Actually,
It's been a day. I haven't even had time to grab a beer yet, so I'm just gonna drink water today.
I'm watering with you, Nate.
Well, I'll do a little water too then.
I I don't drink alcohol. You know, I like my weed,
Mhm.
which everybody knows. So
What's
I much
that
rather
saying?
smoke.
You can't trust a man that won't take a drink.
I'll don't get me wrong. In the right situations, once in a while, I'll have a drink, but for the most part, I don't really drink. Because you know what? If I drink
Joshua
too
Ricks.
much, I get dehydrated, you puke, whatever. If I
Yeah.
smoke too much, the worst thing that happens, I eat something and I fall asleep.
Yeah, I hear you. I've cut way back during this time of year. I don't have time to go out for a few drinks.
Yeah, this is
And-
your prime season
Yeah,
for work.
Yeah. So for everybody in the chat, welcome. Thank you for coming. We've got a great stream. I don't know if it's a show. We've got Nate from Ferocious Beard here today. And should we launch into quizzing Nate about his life and his works with Ferocious Beard?
I'll tell you what, I caught on to Ferocious. What, I think November-ish. I know I won the BOGO thing in a charity event.
Yeah.
And so just from November till now, how much you've grown it's crazy. How much your business has grown.
I remember.
Well, yeah.
Go
Go ahead. No, I was gonna say
Well,
that I've recently decided, if I can do something, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna so many companies are like, I don't know if I'm gonna do this or not. But and even I was like that. But if anybody gives me an idea that I think is a good idea, yeah, if I have the capability to make something for somebody, create your
Mhm.
own, for example, I'm just gonna do it. Why not?
Yeah.
What's the risk in trying different things and doing things? And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I don't want to be a conservative company. You know what I mean? I want to be.
Yeah.
I want to take chances. I want to just do things. And if that means that Ferocious is different, then so be it. I'll be different. I love trying new things.
I remember the first time I ordered from Ferocious. It was so difficult. At the time, I think you had about 62 different scents. And I found like 24 of them that I wanted to try. And trying to work that 24 down to like 8 was extremely difficult. I mean, variety is great. And I think you've still got a lot of variety, but it's separated now. It's not as daunting.
Yeah. It's separated, and one thing I'm thinking of coming out with is like a guide where you can plug in certain things that you like, and it will narrow it down the field to things that you might be interested in, rather than you seeing, 75 things that you have no interest in. If you could maybe put in some keywords or something like that where it crunches it to where it shows you only the things that you say you want to see. Maybe that might be a solution too.
That would be awesome
uh,
if you were able to just say I know I want tobacco in a blueberry set. At least then you throw it in there. At least everything with that in there will pop up, and you can kind of at least now you're narrowing through 20% of it instead of the whole thing.
Right.
I found that when I first tried your company, the problem wasn't not being able to find scents I was interested. It was that there were so many that I was interested in that it was a lot of nice sweet scents. I probably could name about 10 of them off. Texas peach, is that still there?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So many scents. But by the way, Nate, what year did you start?
2017. It was
Okay.
around September, October timeframe of 2017 I started.
Yeah, and so about 5 years now?
Yeah,
getting
so
close?
5 years, like 4.5 really. So like 5 years in around September.
Okay.
And I had no idea how much I would grow or I just was like, I started out with just I grew a beard for the first time in early 2017. I've had goatees and things, but I grew a full beard in 2017. And my friend at work, he made me some beard oils that he likes to make. And he let me try them and I thought they were great. And I started going to, there's a store called Sprouts out here. It's kind of like a Whole Foods, and they have essential oils basically. And I started buying several different essential oils and trying to make my own scents. And that's how I started, was all just essential oils at first.
Yep.
And I ended up making, I don't know, 6 or 7 essential oil scents and let my friend try them and he liked them, and I let a few other people try them and they liked them. And I talked to my wife Barb and I was like, hey, you know how I've always wanted to start a business? I just didn't know what I wanted to sell. Well, I think I found something. People seem to like it.
I think you're lucky that you did start, well, almost 5 years ago. I can't imagine what it would be like to start a company now and try and, get that, little bit of I can't think of the word, little bit of
like momentum.
traction in the market with so many different companies.
There's so many coming out now.
Yeah,
there is a lot of them.
There's a lot of companies that come out. And even when I was first starting, to me, it seemed like there were a lot of companies. And Barb was like, well, that's great you have a company, but like, how are you going to compete like with all these other companies? And I'm like, I think I'll figure out a way to compete. And, I started with the veterans discount, 25% off for veterans. And then that was the first thing. And then the second thing was I looked at other companies and they were like, well, we have a guarantee, but like only if you return it, and then you have to, it has to be unopened and all these things. I'm like, well, why don't I just have 100% money back guarantee on everything? And I was nervous about that because I thought I was going to get a lot of returns, but really it's been great. I've gotten several returns, but well, they don't even return it. I just give them their money back. Like if they don't like it, if they truly don't like it, look, here I can swap it out or I can refund your money. Because I don't want people to ever feel like they waste money at Ferocious.
Yeah.
Yep, I hear you. And
I didn't even know you had that. No, I've never had any issues. I probably, you know what I mean? If I don't like it, you know, because the way I look at it, scent is just kind of preference. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, scents are. Yeah, if you don't like the feel, a feel in beard is the most important thing, I think. And after that, the scents are also important. But to me, the feel in beard is the top. I've even refunded if I get like a 2-star review and they put out why they don't like it. I'll send their money back. I'm like, I don't want them to be. If they don't like it, they don't like it. I mean, I wish they'd just reach out to me and I'd swap it out. But
yeah, I don't find that many companies where the feel and beard is impossible to deal with. I mean, for the most part, everything out there is good stuff. I mean, some blends are going to be better for this guy, others for that guy. But I find I can pretty much use anything and I'm going to be reasonably satisfied. And those things that don't do everything for me, a little bomb is going to fix that. So
Yeah, right. No, and that's true. And most people, I think, are satisfied. They don't. Some people, every now and then, I'll get something. Somebody will say, "Well, you know, the butter didn't work for my beard," and Tony says he doesn't like any of the 30. Yeah, checks in the mail, Donnie.
He'll be there right away.
Yeah.
Now,
send me an email.
I'm wondering, it sounds to me, from what I've heard, you make every bottle individually, and I've always gotten the impression that that's somewhat unique.
Yeah, so I do make every bottle of beard oil individually, with the exception of the ones that I know are selling well. I'll make a batch of like, well, I've got a tray over there that can hold 8 different beard oils. My most popular, well, what I thought were my most popular, actually, some of my collaboration corner scents are more popular than my own scents now. But I'll make a stack of like, I don't know, 12 or 15 of those 8 core scents. That way, if somebody places an order, I'll just grab it and ship it out. But my butters, I make all of those unscented initially, and then I'll melt them down. If somebody places an order, I'll melt it down in the plastic container. I'll scent it, stir it, and then cool it up. Cool it off, and then ship it out. So every day, when I'm making products for people, it's a good 4 or 5 hours of work in some cases.
It's going to be fun work.
The social stuff. I mean,
now, would you have? You've already said that you wouldn't have ever imagined doing this, but it must be pretty gratifying to come up with this idea and just I'll give it a shot, and 5 years later, full time.
It is. It's unbelievable, and I'm not even doing any advertising really yet. I've tried advertising, but I've got some issues with Facebook tagging my products as alcohol or tobacco because of some keywords. I need to fix that. I need to figure out how to fix it. It's the problem is there's no one to talk to at Facebook, so it's like who do you talk to?
There's no one you can send emails back and forth with.
They don't really have that. They'll send you. Here's like as an example. I'll put an ad out for a cherry tobacco or even something that's not tobacco in it, some kind of oil. I'll get an email saying your well, actually, it's not so much an email. It's within the app itself. It says your ad is under review. I'm like, okay, cool. 2 hours later, it says your ad is live. Awesome, great. So I start seeing results, and people are coming in and looking at it. 3 or 4 hours later, your ad has stopped running due to, and it says something like, you can't endorse alcohol, or you can't be promoting tobacco. You can't promote sexually explicit products. I'm like, what are you talking about? Okay, I do have a product called Fetish. Is that what they're talking about? But I don't, certain ones I don't advertise. But it's like, I don't understand that.
That was hilarious. I'm sorry.
It is. I mean, it's like.
You got to wonder what Facebook thinks beard oil is for.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it is for your face.
It's called Fetish. It's probably a lube.
Yeah, who knows what these bots think? They have keywords that they probably look at, and they're like, automatic.
If you had to guess, what do you think does more for you, YouTube or Instagram?
Instagram.
That's the feeling I've gotten from most of the people I've spoken to.
You know what will hit even more? If you get something to pop on TikTok, I guarantee you'll get a lot of orders from them too. I think they'll beat out Instagram and YouTube.
I don't know about that. Right. I mean, Instagram people are just looking for 30 seconds of satisfaction. Are they really looking to shop?
They do. I'm telling you, they do. There was a guy. What's that guy's name? Oh, why am I drawing a blank with his name? But he sells coffee. And he ended up turning it into on TikTok.
Talking about TikTok?
Yeah. And he grew he started brewing coffee. Then he ended up with a shop. and then he kind of like joined with somebody else, and he turned it into this big thing. You know what I mean? From TikTok.
Hmm.
In fact, now that you mention that, I do know a local guy from around here. He does these little cooking TikToks, about 30 seconds long, a lot of swearing, a lot of, funny, little
Yeah.
things. And he sells his dry rubs. Next time I run into him, I'll ask him, how it's going. But that's his platform, TikTok.
Oh, there's
Yeah,
a
see-
heavy set dude. There's a heavy set dude that I catch all the time that cooks. Is his name Malcolm? Yeah, Malcolm. You
No.
ever see Malcolm? He smokes everything. Dude, he's just a big heavy set guy. I would go, dude, oh man, I stopped watching his videos and I just like drool on it looks so good.
No, this guy's got a big old beard.
Russ,
When I'm talking about the local guy.
Woolly Wizard,
Tyler, what's going on?
Hey, Tyler.
what's going on?
Today's
So
mix
Russ
is
had a
pretty good too.
Russ
Oh, go
had
ahead.
a comment. So I'll be. Russ had said, Nate, I must let you know during the last live stream, quite a few Ferocious fans are disappointed your wash and conditioner is now unscented. So I have.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I never use unscented wash myself that I make. I usually use like a spearmint or a peppermint wash. And so what I think I might do is for the wash, I'm going to keep some scents, and maybe the conditioner, I'll keep that unscented. Because when I tried I was testing out the new labels on the wash by keeping it in the shower, and every time we take the shower, it's going to get wet and stuff. I want to make sure it wasn't going to rub off and stuff. And I used the unscented wash, which I never do. I always use a scented wash. And you lose, there's just something you lose in that, like the experience of it. The experience of the scent is what kind of helps make me look forward to using like that peppermint wash or spearmint wash. Using the unscented wash, it felt like I wasn't getting the full experience. Even though it was washing the same way, it just didn't, I wasn't excited about it. And so it's hard to quantify that.
I
but
remember you talking on a live stream about, getting rid of the scented washes. And at the time, I think I commented that I agree. I think scents in a wash or conditioner are a waste of time, but I think most people want it. Most people, if given the choice, not to say they wouldn't order from you, but I think they'd prefer to get some sort of scent in there.
Yeah, but I think like when you say a waste of time, I feel
Well,
like
for me,
it more.
personally, I mean,
But so like, do you not? So if you used an unscented wash in your beard, do you feel as satisfied with the experience of the whole? Hey, let me wash my beard as you would if it was some scent that you really enjoyed, because there's something about that experience too that makes it important. I will say. I feel now.
I think it's
after
it's
using the
important.
unscented.
I'm
to
saying
put some
that
scent in there.
for sales, I think scents are important in a washer or conditioner. For me
Yeah.
personally, they're not. But
They're not.
I had a company once, as I was checking out. By the way, you can upgrade to this scent for free. From the unscented. Nah, it's just unscented is fine. I don't care about the experience.
I get different
just in and
experiences
out.
with different scents.
Yeah.
And the scent's going to get washed out anyway. I mean, do I enjoy it? Yeah, I guess. But do I care one way or the other? Not really.
Okay.
You guys, am I going in? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you guys can still hear me. I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh no, talking about the scents. I don't know what scent I use when I wash my beard. It's like a different feel. When I use like the spearmint, it like wakes me up. It's like refreshing. It feels spearmint. I don't know what it is about spearmint and peppermint. My beard feels the cleanest. Like
that refreshing, tingly.
Yeah, that tingly feel. Because I also got the cherry and tobacco, which I love the scent of it. It smells good, but it's just not that same feeling I get from the spearmint. And I saw Woolly Wizard said Woolly Wizard is wearing Masshole today. I did as well. I mixed it with Bard's Tail. And I did see a post today. I am the second, number 2, the sales.
Yeah, I the post I put was like, those are the most, for this year, I went through the list of all the orders from this year, and I was adding up the hey Dagan, I was adding up the how many bottles of oil, butter, balm. That way I could figure out like if I needed to make any extras, like which ones are people really focusing on. And yes, yours, I actually think yours is probably on top, even though Swagalicious may have had more technically. But as I recall, we gave away like 4 or 5 bottles of Swagalicious on the free for all too. So I think that might have skewed his numbers a little bit.
What's in Masshole again? I know tobacco's in there. I could probably name about 3 or 4 things, but
Yeah,
apple, champagne, tobacco, lemon, and sea salt.
The only thing I wonder about is the tobacco, and you told me that it works beautifully in there.
Dude,
it's a Cuban tobacco.
Scent.
It's mild, and it's not like a smoky tobacco. It's just like an unsmoked cigar that you hold up and smell.
So it just works in there. I can see that working with the apple really well.
Mm-hmm.
I know I created it, but man, it's like seriously an awesome scent. I love it.
Go ahead, say it. Whoever created it is a genius.
Whoever created it, hell of a creator, that guy.
Yeah, he's an absolute masshole.
He is definitely a masshole.
And some may not know this, but Nate actually worked for years 4 miles from my house before the stream.
And before I started Ferocious, and that's the coolest thing about starting a beard oil company is you get to know so many people from so many different walks of life that you would never really like had the chance to meet.
Yep.
Otherwise.
Oh, and I guess Pete White my cousin is from Massachusetts.
Your cousin?
Oh, cool.
No, he's not really well, maybe he's my cousin.
Yeah, right, maybe. But where in Mass are you? Pete, I think something just went out today for you as well, so if I'm not mistaken.
I just realized I never mentioned my last name. I guess I just did.
Oh. Quick, now we get to delete this video. No.
I know what your last name was. I think it says it on Instagram.
It might. I don't think so.
Yeah,
though.
it says your. No?
All right. I mean, I'm not hiding it. I just,
I knew that already.
I don't go advertising my address and things like that.
If I can just remember people's first name, it's amazing because I'm like awful with names.
Like
if I remember your first name, it's just you got lucky. For some reason, your name stuck in my head.
When I first started commenting on videos, it drove me crazy. Because everyone's got their YouTube name and then the real name, and I was so confused. I'd call Stephen Mike or Mike Stephen, and
Oh yeah. Well, like if people win a giveaway on YouTube, it's like, okay, like for example, Aldemir, you won, but like if I don't know, like if I don't know Aldemir other than Aldemir, and I don't have any, like let's say it's someone who's never ordered from me before, I don't have any way to look them up, so like they have to send me their name and email at least, or else I can't get their prize out.
I always thought that was his first name, real first name.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it is. But like that was a bad example.
And
so
Pete,
sure.
so I wonder if Pete's closer to you or me, being on the South Shore.
Near Plymouth.
Probably it's. I think it's about the same, to be honest with you.
Probably.
I think either way you go, it's going to be because Plymouth is that weird spot where it's like you got to kind of go around to get out of it and to get to it. So
yeah.
Am I better now?
It happens most streams. What I've noticed is that if you move at all, your mic goes dead.
Not moving around. I freeze.
Yeah, like it just did. Like it'll just kind of your microphone will just stop for a second or two and then catch up after. But your movements are there. It's just your audio drops for a second.
You know what I think it is? I think the earbuds hit my earrings. Because am I fine now?
You're
Do
fine
they
now,
switch
but
between left and right? do they switch between left and right? No, if it's the Apple ones, they might switch between left and right, and it's causing a delay.
I just noticed how much fur I've got on me just from that brief little.
Oh man, I got my pit bull ain't bad, but my pointer, man, he's white, and so he'll just like touch you for a second, and it's like filled with hair, and it's like, oh, come on.
Yep.
Yep.
That's why I like the black one better.
Yeah, my pointer is white, and my pit is black. He's a big baby though, man. It's hilarious.
Whenever I drive to the local store, not so much this time of year, but when the temperature is good and I can leave them in the car for 10, 15, 20 minutes, my car gets absolutely filled with fur. I mean, one of my dogs, if I touch my keys, he's on me, where are we going?
My pit bull, because as soon
like,
as I get outside the door, he just starts screaming and crying bloody murder. Like he's legit, sounds like he's getting hurt. He's like, "Arr!" Like screaming. Because he wants to go for the ride with me.
Mm-hmm.
Nate, something I was wondering, have you ever considered going with different blends? I mean, I know the rage now is emu and ostrich, and a lot of companies have their regular line, standard line, and then emu blends. Have you ever thought about doing something along those lines?
Well, not really. I mean, so when I first started, I didn't have castor oil, and that was an optional feature to add castor oil. And so that was kind of like sort of like my way of doing different blends. I also do have a nut-free version with no sweet almond oil in it. But I just feel like there's a certain price point I want to stay in, and I don't want to go too much higher than that because I don't want to. I just don't. I want, I try to cater towards, the typical blue collar workers. And I understand my oils are on the higher side of that. They're at $19.99. Sometimes some companies are like, 12 to 15. But with that, you get, 100% money back guarantee. It's fresh. Like literally, it's freshly made. So I don't want to get into the $25, $30 price point for. I mean, there may be a market for it, but I just haven't really seriously considered having another line.
Yeah, I mean, it used to be there was just one, and then there were two, and now everybody.
Yeah, and like I can't remember the company, but there's one company that has like 4 or 5 different blends, and they might even be all about the same price. But it's like, well, you got to get like this blend of it is the best one, not this one, and it's complicated. Like I just try to keep things pretty simple.
Yeah, there was a company I didn't order from for a long time just because there were so many different blends, and I'm like, I don't know which one I want. Like, I don't know. It's like if you have 5, you don't have one. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I find a lot of.
If you have 5, you don't have one good one.
Well, that's not true. Yeah, what I find is that if somebody has 5 blends, I can't order the one I want until I really understand all the blends, and I just, and someone like I won't mention the company, but with the gray blend, a little variation in the blend where you like one a little bit more than the other, I can see that, but for the most part, one blend makes things simple. I think, you either like Ferocious or,
I do like that gray blend though.
Yeah, well, I mean, I like anything with castor for the most part.
And actually, now that you mention it, I actually had it was called the white line, that was literally for people who had white beards because
Nate's frozen. I don't know if he's coming back.
Freezing.
I'm frozen?
Yep. Nope. You're unfrozen now.
Oh,
did he freeze
weird.
for you too, Kyle?
Oh yeah, I thought it was me. I'm like, oh, I guess I'm freezing again.
Nope.
It was him.
What
That
was
was
Nate?
no. I had something called a white line beard oil, which was basically what was it? It was castor oil and the liquid coconut oil. That's all it was for the
Oh,
blend.
really?
Yeah, and it worked great. People who had white beards really enjoyed it. But I found it's not so much the carrier oils which stain beard so much as it is the fragrance. Some fragrance oils like or like coffee is an essential oil. It is a very dark oil. It could potentially stain your beard. Dragon blood is a fragrance oil that is a very dark, uh, colored uh, fragrance oil that could potentially stain.
Oh, there you go again, Nate. You're. It looks like you're freezing from time to time. Well,
Yeah, now
while Nate's frozen,
hey,
and he can probably hear me. I actually a couple weeks ago tried something that was a
Sorry.
tobacco scent, and when I say it was dark, I mean it was a dark brown oil. And I've got a lot of white and gray here. It did worry me putting it in, but I mean it didn't stain anything as far as I can tell. And
Sure.
I think it takes a lot to permanently stain. I mean it's not dye, so
Right.
it's
Sorry, my
eventually
internet did go out temporarily, so if it loses it, it'll come back. But
yeah.
yeah, I would imagine
Actually, I got
essential oils. Go ahead, Kyle.
I got it tonight. I got in. I put in after my shower. I put in
Mustard.
castor oil and no, not the mustard this time. That was before the shower the other day.
that
Dude,
was
that
funny.
was awful. That scent. It was funny, but dude, I had to wash my beard 3 times to get that scent out. That mustard smell. Oh, it was fucking awful. It was like such a dumb idea, but it was hilarious. But
Now, did he actually send that to you, or did you just decide to fill a bottle
no,
up
no,
with mustard?
no. He sent me that playing around because he said, Shh, it's a new blend or something like that, or a new
Yep.
scent. He said on the bottle, just joking around because we'll mess with each other every now and then. So then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a video then. If he's gonna send me something stupid, I'm gonna make a video with it. But dude, it was a bad idea. It smelled so bad.
Yeah. And Bearded Rudy is asking, can different fragrance oils make a beard oil sticky?
So I would say I mean, I have a lot of fragrance oils, and I would say, probably not. Like if I get some fragrance oils, and I'm using them raw. Um, Sometimes it's not so much fragrance like coffee. Coffee is a good example. That's more of an essential oil. The coffee is very, very thick and it is kind of sticky. Like I notice like on the side of the bottle sometimes. But when you put it into, you're diluting it with all that carrier oil. So it shouldn't make your beard at all sticky. If it does, like if you ever get beard oil that makes your beard sticky, chances are it's not the essential or the fragrance oil. It's probably whatever is in there as a carrier oil, and there's probably too much of that carrier oil.
Thanks out to you.
Thank you for stopping in. No, I didn't get that part yet. I think it's coming. I think it's coming tomorrow.
She's got an impulse buy problem.
I've been fighting my impulse buy problem.
It's hard.
And I guess Dan B saw that, didn't realize it was mustard.
Oh, dude. Oh, yeah. It was definitely mustard.
That was funny, man.
It was hilarious.
That was a good video. I was watching it, and at first, before I knew it was mustard, like I knew it was very, very yellow, and I was like, "That's an odd-looking blend." And when it came out of the bottle, it was, yeah, it came out onto your hand, and I'm like, "That looks kind of like mustard," but I didn't know for sure till you. But when you went like this, and then you started coughing, I was like, "Oh yeah, that's got to be something."
And I hate mustard. I hate it, and it smells so bad. Like I like. I don't even buy this.
Well,
it's so gross to me.
If you hate mustard, I've got to ask, what do you put on a hot dog?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, ketchup and relish and celery salt and onions.
Sweet relish, right?
Sweet relish.
There you go.
Why the fuck would I fuck up a hot dog with some mustard?
I do like mustard. I like mustard.
To me, a hot dog's going to be mustard, relish, and onions.
I like extra onions.
Yeah. Do you like extra onions on yours?
extra onion and celery salt, man. Oh, it's so good.
In fact,
Man,
talking
that's
about onions, Nate, how long's it been since you've had a hot wiener?
years. It's been. I didn't even get any the last time I was there. Not because I didn't want to. I just didn't get the chance to. But it's been probably over 10 years.
Really?
They're
I
so
Yeah.
good.
I don't know how widely they're available. I think it's Rhode Island, New York, Massachusetts, and that's about it.
I think just
I
Rhode
don't know.
Island.
I think it's just Rhode Island. It's not in
Really?
Massachusetts.
And
I
they
think a
call it New
couple of
York
places.
system, but it's not like in New York. You can't get them.
Someone once told me part of the reason it's only available around here is because there are only 3 states that will allow those dogs for human consumption. Something about the depth into the bone they go to create it is
Oh,
so bad. Only certain states will allow that low quality of a dog to be sold for human consumption. But for those of you that don't know what a hot wiener is, a hot wiener is a relatively disgusting little wiener dog with meat sauce, celery salt, and raw onions. And it's eaten by a lot of young people in Rhode Island after drinking a lot. And
yeah,
I mean, it smells up your car for days. It's just
yeah.
for
And
It's
they're
some
so
reason,
good though.
they're so inexpensive too. Like I think I mean I don't know how much they are now, but they were like 80 cents a piece the last time I had
they're
one.
not inexpensive now. We had a place around me in Cranston that up until about 2.5 years ago, they were selling them for $1. They raised the price to $1.25, and people started complaining. 3 months later, the guy just shut down. Right now, a hot wiener, I think the cheapest you're going to find it is about $2.75,
Wow.
unless you get some special 3 for $6 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, because they used to be a place in Cranston I used to go to. Oh, I don't know if it was maybe it
Wienerama,
was there was Wienerama, and then there was another place. Was it Onlyville? Onlyville Hot Wieners or
Odeyville,
something
yep,
like
New
that?
York system, and then there was
Yeah,
another New York system on Smith Street.
and one on Reservoir Avenue in Cranston, on the way to
I
Garden City
never saw that
near
one.
Bickford's. Okay.
Oh, wait a second. They turned it into like a regular restaurant. I don't think that lasted.
Oh,
I think that
okay.
was only there for a year or two. And,
Huh.
it was too nice. You,
Yeah.
you get to see the track marks on the guys serving them.
Right.
Yeah, usually winter joints are in really rotten parts of the city. And
Doesn't
now,
know about hot
Ellie, how
wieners.
does Ellie know about hot wieners?
I don't
Well,
think she's talking
she
about
lived in
those hot wieners.
Connecticut for a
Oh, she
while.
did.
Yep.
Oh, did she?
Yep.
You get them in Connecticut?
Now, Rudy's saying a Chicago dog. I would imagine that's just like a Nathan's footlong Chicago
That's
dog.
what I think too.
Is it Chicago the ones that do like they dice pickles and they do all kind of crazy shit on it?
Well, we kind of have that
Almost.
too. We've got, what's that hot dog place that opened up around here? They've
It was
got maybe
Spike's Junkyard Dogs you guys used
Mike's
to have.
Junkyard Dogs with the curly fries.
Yes.
I always loved Spike's only for their red relish. Something about if you try and buy red relish in the supermarket, it's always got a weird, funky aftertaste. But Spike's red relish was amazing.
You know who used to have really good relish in Rhode Island was Newport Creamery.
Oh,
They used
really?
to have it in that metal. It was like a jar with a metal, like halfway it opened up, and then there's a little
Okay,
spoon
yep.
in there. And they had some. It was a red relish, and I thought it was good, but I don't even know if they still have that there. But
Yeah.
They're not.
Well, I
They're not
mean,
even around anymore. I used to love that place. What was their milkshakes called? They were the
the awful.
awful.
in fact, yeah. In fact, we've still got a Newport Creamery around here. They're still there. In fact, my little one came home with a shake the other day and wanted me to try it, and I realized she's never had an awful. So I think I'm going to have to make a trip and Introduce
Oh,
him
Yeah, see,
yeah.
to the
all
king
the
of
ones
shakes.
around me closed down. There was two in my city at one time, and they both closed down.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't gone to Newport Creamery in years, and you know,
Yeah. Pete says the Costco hot dogs. Those are good too. I've gotten those out here in Costco. The hot dogs with
oh
and
really?
they're
Now,
like
see, I
pretty
got to
cheap.
For
we
me,
got
for
this.
hot dogs, I like soggies,
Yeah, I can't find them out here.
or
They snap.
yeah, or from Maine, they've got the red snappers, even better than a soggy. It's just another natural skin hot dog,
Hmm.
but somehow or reason they dye them red. They're a bright red, and they're a little teeny bit better than a soggy. I think soggies are just Rhode Island too.
Yeah, I think
I
so
think they're
too.
made locally.
I was psyched
Yeah.
because there's a big ice cream company out here in Texas called Bluebell, and that's like pretty much that's like the ice cream of Texas. And they I don't know if they just came out with it or they had it for a while, but they actually have coffee ice cream, which I haven't seen coffee
Oh,
ice cream since like Rhode Island.
Yep, yep.
Hmm.
Or Eclipse coffee
it's
syrup for coffee milk.
Yes.
yeah. It's funny
Yeah,
you don't. It's only this region because like you go to New York and stuff like that, they don't have. That's like what
yeah,
I like. We have these things called cheese rolls. Nobody has them but us. And I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
it's like the greatest thing in the world. And they're like, what do you want, a dinner roll with some cheese in it? I'm like, no, it's like a dough. It's like a bread with cheese baked into it, and you slice it and you grill it with some butter. Oh, it's so good.
Hmm. It's so weird the things that like you grow up thinking are absolutes, and then you go
Yeah.
somewhere else in the country and like light. I've mentioned this before. Like light cream for your coffee, you cannot get that here in Texas unless you
really.
go to Dunkin'
Oh,
Donuts.
well.
They have it, and they get it from the local dairy, but you can't buy it as a consumer. They don't sell it anywhere. Like, and I've checked every grocery store. No
That's
one has
weird.
it.
I
Um, I was gonna say one other thing that the top split hot dog buns. For
okay, yeah.
years
Yes.
you couldn't find that here, but that's how it is in New England. They're always that way, like
New
by
England style.
default.
That's the only way. I
Yes,
hate getting
and
the other. If I have to eat a hot dog that's not a New England style bun, I almost refuse to eat it. It's just not the same.
yeah, it's not. And there's only one company recently has started selling them, and I can't remember the name of the company, but I feel like they're from the Northeast, and now you can get them at like Walmart here. But and they call it top sliced hot dog buns. Like it's they have to specify that because
I mean,
everybody else out
how
here.
do you toast the outside of the hot dog bun if it's not split? You know.
Yeah, you have to just do kind of one side and then the other one kind of roll it every now and then.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if
Yeah.
it's
See,
got
that's the
that
other.
skin on it, you can't toast it. It's not, you know.
Hmm. Yep.
Have you tried the coffee ice cream from this place yet, or is it coming?
From Bluebell?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had it at the grocery store and they had a half gallon. They actually have half gallon ice cream, so I bought it. It's I would say it's about a 7 or 8 out of 10. It's not like what I remember up there, but it's decent. It is coffee in ice cream mixed together. So, but it's just I don't know. It's a different it's a different strength of coffee than I'm used to. It's more mild.
Yeah. I mean, I when I was a kid ate so much coffee ice cream. I'm surprised I didn't turn into a coffee. It was my mother's favorite flavor, so of course it was always coffee ice cream in the freezer.
Now, see,
Yeah,
my
and
son's big into my son's coffee ice cream all the time. I
Really?
love mint chocolate chip was always my favorite
hmm
growing
well,
up.
they had
Oh, dude, I
coffee milk in like junior high school in Cranston
yeah,
at least. Like
elementary school. I
it
remember having
gets
it
you
in
into that
elementary
coffee
school.
early. Yeah.
And Pete asked if I've ever tried Chinese red dogs. I'm going to say no because I don't know what they are. Never heard of it.
I
Ooh,
never
what
tried them.
is that?
Can you help us out, Pete, with what that is?
Gotta have
And
sauerkraut in it
Aldemir
too.
I'm
says
not.
you got to have sauerkraut on a dog. I don't know where to
I don't
get
like
good
sauerkraut.
sauerkraut. I mean, you get it out
I
of the
don't like
can,
them.
it's not going to be any good. The only sauerkraut I ever got that was any good was what's that expensive cold cut brand? Boar's Head. and it was
Yep.
in a bag. So I mean, it was a little better.
Mhm.
Boar's Head makes some great products, man. I love their sandwich meat.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm hit or miss with sauerkraut. I remember once getting it from one of those street carts in Providence,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
for the hell of it, saying, "Yeah, put sauerkraut on it," and it was the best hot dog I ever had. And since then, I haven't been able to replicate that enjoyment of sauerkraut on a hot dog.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm just not a sauerkraut fan. It's just, I don't know. Oh,
I can
Yeah.
see it, but in fact, I don't know that they still have the street vendors in Providence anymore.
Oh,
They,
really?
they used to be the push cart hot dog carts,
Yeah.
that
yeah.
you'd see. But
We
I
have
don't know.
this little shack in where I live in New Bedford. They have this little shack, and it's called Gary's Best Hot Dog. He's been there since I was a kid. It's like one of the few things that are still around. I swear it's the
Mhm.
best. I eat a hot dog anywhere else, and it's just not the same.
Hmm.
For us, I think it was what's the name of that truck that would always be parked in Providence?
Oh, Haven Brothers.
Haven Brothers. I don't think anyone would say they've got the best anything, but they were
But they were
okay.
good at 2 a.m. Do you remember
Yep.
the guy? There used to be a guy that sold pizza outside the clubs around like 1 or 2 in the
Yes,
morning.
out of his car. Yep.
Yes,
He
he
paid
made a lot of money.
$5 and yep.
Yeah, here
I
you
can,
go.
I remember him.
Yep.
Hey, happier than a pig and shit too. You're like, yes. It's like a score. It's like the pizza
Yeah.
guy. Yes.
Well,
He's like,
there
sorry,
was-
ran out. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I remember there'd be two carts there. There'd be the pizza guy, and I think he just had a bunch of Caesar's pizzas,
Yeah, I
and
think you're right.
and then the sausage guy right next to him, outside Club Babyhead, Club Hell.
Yeah, those are
You
the ones I
remember
used to
those?
go to.
Yep, yep,
Jerkies.
Little Caesars,
yep.
Caesars is so awful now too. That pizza is like the worst pizza in the world. I think like frozen pizza is better than Little Caesars now.
I've gotten it before, and I mean for $5.
It's
For
$5.
$5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Like
it's
if you're
right
in a
there.
rush and if you're in a rush and you're just gonna grab something, it is what it is. I'm just saying it's not the greatest anymore. It used to be really good.
Huh.
and my
If you
brother's
give up
saying
that-
if I give up too many Rhode Island secrets, I'm going to be handled.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Nate's
Yeah, Chris Nate is from Rhode Island as well.
Yeah, I'm from Cranston. Which, it's funny because like growing up in going to Cranston schools and stuff, like people would have some last names of people that are known in Rhode Island. It's like I wonder if there's a relation. Probably is.
Pete answered the
it probably
question.
is.
What is a red Chinese sausage? It's Chinese sausage links, and you can get them at Costco.
Oh, I've seen them. I've never
Okay.
tried them though.
Yeah, and I don't even know where a Costco would be. I've never been to one.
So cost, yeah.
Not me
You
either.
guys have what BJ wholesale
DJs,
club,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. I'm not sure there is a Costco around here.
Not around me
Or-
either. Just the BJ's.
Okay.
Yeah,
They have a lot of red dogs.
so it's got to be a little teeny dog, almost like a Vienna sausage.
No, I think it's
type
like the
size
size.
thing.
It's like the size of a. It's like the size of a hot dog.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, Nate,
They're
just for
bright-
the hell of
they're
it,
bright red.
you'll probably remember this place. Last Saturday, I went to Hartley's. No, last Wednesday. I happened to be in Lincoln. Hartley's was the little cupcake-sized meat pies. They were
Oh,
only
that
open
sounds familiar.
4 days a week, from like 7 in the morning until 1 in the afternoon.
Okay.
if-
That sounds familiar, but not that wasn't a place I went to a lot, but it sounds familiar.
Yeah, they're just little teeny pork pies, and
That sounds
I
familiar.
haven't-
Yeah.
yeah.
I haven't had a good meat pie in like ages. I've tried a few places and it's just not the same.
Mhm.
Now, see, there is Costco in Mass, just not near. There's none near me.
Okay.
Yeah, for some reason I thought Costco was some sort of thing that you ordered from online, so I was clueless as to what it was.
You can order online, but of course you have to be a member. So I wonder if you can be a member, an online member.
And Pete's telling Chinese sausage tastes like boneless spare ribs, but better.
Ooh.
That's a bold
I don't know.
statement.
Boneless spare.
Yeah, that's a
spare ribs
bold
are pretty-
statement.
If they're
Pete.
made right, they're good. You know what? those. Well, Chinese food's like that in general. Like it's either really good or it's awful, and it's like it's never consistent.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, boneless spare ribs, the only problem I've ever run into is they overcook them. But this, Pete, you could have some unhappy owners of Chinese sausage if you get us to go
I don't
down
know.
there.
I kind of like
Mm.
when they're overcooked. They're like a little bit chewy, kind of like a beef jerky, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I'll eat
And
those things right up.
Aldermere's letting us know it's called lupchong, the red Chinese sausages.
Oh, that's like another thing too. Like you can't get anywhere else that's just around here is linguiça and chorizo. Like,
Yeah,
no one,
that's
like,
true. And, like
no
in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, maybe, and in New Bedford, right?
You
dude, it's
tell
and
me
it's
in
just like
Fall River you can't get those?
Oh, that's true. For
No,
River
Fall
too.
River
Yeah.
too.
For River.
yeah.
I would think they're coming out of your ears in Fall River.
It's like well, where I live, it's just like in every store, even like if you go into like a quick little convenience store, they'll have like linguiça or chorizo there 90% of the time.
Oh,
Mhm.
I thought you were saying you can't find them.
No, it's everywhere. It's
Okay.
Outside
literally-
of that,
But I leave
yeah.
this general area, you can't get. I remember when I went to New York one time, and I was like, I just want a linguiça pizza, and I ordered it, and the guy's looking at me, he goes, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm not even home. I gotta." And then it like just threw me all off. But it's like, yeah, you can't get it everywhere.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I wonder, is Fall River still Portuguese heavily populated Portuguese community, or is that a thing in the past?
It still is like New Bedford is as well, but it's not as it's a lot more blended nowadays than it used to
I
be.
was going to
Like it was
say,
blended when I was growing up, but now it's like really blended.
when I was growing up, Woonsocket was heavily French, and I would imagine that's not true anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, let me check one thing because I want to tell you guys if this is.
Oh, and you mentioned doing a giveaway, and we're about 8 minutes away from the end.
Oh, well then, yeah, let's do a giveaway. However you guys want to do it because I don't have any to to spin a wheel or anything.
Okay, I can.
Or you can do the streamyard.com/giveaway. Yeah, and do a hashtag.
I don't know how to do that.
So open up a second window.
Or I could
Okay.
do a random number generator.
Or you could do that too, but it's streamyard.com/giveaway. That'll give you
That'd be-
your broadcast and then just type in a matching keyword.
Uh,
It'll definitely go quicker that way because the number generator like takes forever sometimes.
I
Yes.
just hit it and it came up with 1 to 10, 5. If I hit it again,
Okay.
I've got another one, 3. Hit it again, 9.
No. Yeah, no. That's quick, but watch trying to get someone to guess it with only one guess.
Well, if we got 7 people in here and we do 1 to 10, should work.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
I wish we had done it earlier when there were more people because there's a live stream that Kyle always goes into. All right, so we're going to do a random number between 1 and 10, and anything after Russ's entry, go for it.
You can only go one time. Watch this. It's gonna be fun.
So since you guys, while we're waiting for the numbers to come in, one restaurant I did go back to when I went up to New England again is in Cranston. It's called China Dynasty, and they have the best Chinese food I think in the world, at least in the U.S. And they have
Oh.
these things called Dynasty wings.
And
They're like
actually,
Yeah.
I didn't even hit the number, so I might as well hit it now. And
Oh, okay.
I think you're supposed to do it the other way around. So I don't know
That's all
who
right.
won yet. So I'm going to hit the generate button. 2. Dagan from BGG Grooming.
Dagan
I'm
won.
sorry. No, Dan B. Sorry. Dan B was first.
Dan B. All right,
Wow, yeah.
Dan.
Wow. Usually that. Hey,
Megan was
Mark,
after him.
that's hilarious.
Sorry.
So
Deacon.
yeah, Dan, please send me your email address. Um, and what else do I need? That's all I need is really your email address. If you send it to Ferocious Beard Crew on Instagram or ferociousbeardcompany@gmail.com.
So, China Dynasty, was that
Atwood Avenue in Cranston, Chinese restaurant.
China Dynasty? Was it a buffet?
No, it was mostly takeout is what but they have a restaurant too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember China Dynasty. My favorite place, I don't know if you'll know this one, but on Hope Street in Providence, Apsara Palace.
No, I don't know that one. And I used to live up there near there.
It's super good food, extremely inexpensive, and just incredible.
Congratulations, Dan.
It's something I've been having.
Hey, I'm telling you, you gotta try Massel. Trust me, you'll love it.
Oh yeah.
It's something I've been struggling with, and you might be surprised, Nate, to hear this. I'm having a hard time finding good pizza and good Chinese food, and we're supposed to have the most awesome restaurants, in the world around here. And
Yeah.
I'm struggling.
Well, I mean, what about is there still a Chinese restaurant near the Lincoln Mall in that?
Asia Grill, yes. And
That was a good one.
They're pretty good, but they're kind of hit or miss.
Okay.
And they're only takeout now. They're not dine-in.
Okay.
But yeah, Asia Grill, there are two places I'll order from. Asia Grill, the one you just mentioned, or Apsara Palace, the one I'm talking about in Providence.
There used to be a restaurant called Monku in Attleboro too, which not sure if it's still there or not. But that was on like the road that leads to like the North Attleboro. Oh no, whatever that mall is in Attleboro. Emerald Square. Emerald Square Mall.
Yeah, Nate, that's
Emerald Square Mall's in Swansea.
That's traveling out of state for me to get Chinese food.
Yeah. Well, go to that one in Cranston. They get those they call them either Dynasty wings or sticky wings, and they've got the best. They're like almost like molasses on it, and they're really dark. Oh my God, they're so good. I can't find them anywhere.
Really?
They're really delicious.
I'll definitely try it. China Dynasty. Because I'm always looking for good takeout, especially good Chinese takeout.
And I was going to say, try it pretty quickly because when I was there, I thought I overheard the lady who has been there for years. She looked the same exactly as she did before, but just with gray hair now. And she was saying something about how they had just sold the building to another building owner. And I don't know if they're going to move out of the building or if they're going to stay, but I hope they don't go away because they're delicious.
I'll definitely try it. Definitely. But pizza has been the one that's really driving me crazy. There are a couple of places that are okay, but places that used to be good aren't anymore. I don't know if you ever went to Famous Pizza in Situate. They had awesome.
I've been to I think I have, and there's been several Famous Pizzas in Rhode Island too.
2 or 3 around here. Yeah,
I think they're up in Mass too, a little bit southeastern Mass.
I think it's just a common name.
I think the best pizza I remember, but they're closed now. Like they went out of business, but it was in the Cranston Warwick line, and it was called Al Mall Pizza, and it was like right on like where there's St. Paul's Church, and it splits between like Warwick Avenue, I think, and the road that goes to Patuxent. It's like if you're heading to Warwick, right like the next block after that, like behind the library, it was Al Mall Pizza, and it was like a store. They sold, it was like I think they were Arabic actually, but the pizza it was really delicious. Good stuff.
There's so many pizza places around.
Caserta's pizza, but Caserta's it's good, but it's unique. It's different than.
That's the one with the cheese on top of the toppings.
Yeah, it's like square pizzas.
But they put all the toppings underneath the cheese.
I think they do. Yeah. And they only have 3 toppings, like mushrooms, sausage and
A lot of
black
people
olive.
love casertas. I never really got into that, opposite pizza thing.
Yeah.
And Twins Pizza is pretty good up in
See, I like
Providence.
brick oven pizza. Brick oven pizza is
Oh
so
yeah,
good.
me too.
Yeah.
I got a few places like that around here too. I can eat it every day of the week. I got one place they make their pizza bread out of, it's like a sourdough pizza bread,
Ooh.
pizza dough. Dude, it is so good.
I can see that if I'm going somewhere, I'm going to sit down and eat it, but I've never pictured getting brick oven pizza to bring home. Just
Well, I live like 4 minutes from the place, so I eat there a lot too. But a lot of times I'll bring it home just because when I'm in the mood for it. Actually, I could
Baked
probably
bean
just have them
pizza.
make
baked bean
they could probably
pizza.
just make the crust for me, and I would eat it.
Yeah.
Baked bean pizza. That
No,
sounds sort of like a one of the things from a Mexican restaurant.
now see,
Tostado
what
or
I like to
something.
do? I like taking baked beans with linguiça or chorizo and onions and peppers, and I'll put it in the crock pot and let it get like thicken up in a little bit of molasses. Dude,
Hmm.
it is so good.
I
Like,
don't think I've
Yeah.
but
ever actually
you
cooked with molasses.
just a little bit, just to give it a little bit of sweetness, and it thickens it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That'll
so
be
good.
good.
But we are at an hour, and at this point, we're stepping on another stream's toes.
Yeah.
So thank you for everyone that came in. Thank you, Nate, for coming in.
Yeah.
Hey, thank
sorry,
you
Thanks
for
to
joining
both
us.
of you. Thanks for you guys for letting me be here.
I think I can hang out with Nate like on a stream for like a couple of hours easily, man. It's really cool to hang out with you, and I love being a part of your streams. And you do a great job with that. And thanks for hanging out with us this time.
Yeah, I
You're
do
welcome.
wonder,
Thank you.
before we go, anything new coming out with Ferocious that we should know about?
Actually, yeah. So I changed my mind about the unscented wash in the short time I've been testing unscented. I'm going to have at least dragon blood and peppermint as well as unscented. Maybe
I
spearmint
was hoping.
too.
I was hoping you were gonna say spearmint. I love spearmint. I want to try the peppermint one, but that spearmint just smells so good.
But only in the wash though. The conditioner, I think I'm going to keep unscented for now, but the wash for sure. Because there's something I just missed when I went in there and took a shower with the unscented. I didn't get the
Got it.
same experience. So that's happening. And then I'm testing out a lotion that will be scented in some more masculine scents than which I think it's important for guys to also use lotion sometimes to kind of condition their hands and their
Yep.
skin. But I think a lot of times they don't because there's just a lot of feminine scents out there, which is fine. But like I think I want to offer more choices for masculine scents too.
Sounds good. Yeah, I used to have. I've got a little area of dry skin on my hand that used to completely open up in the winter, and I think if it wasn't for constantly having beard oil on my hands, it'd be doing it right now. Beard oil saved my hands. But with that,
Yeah.
we are stepping on that of the stream. So thank you everyone for showing up.
Yeah,
And
Pete,
Have a good
definitely
night.
check out the spearmint wash, Pete. If you don't like it, I'll give you your
Oh,
money back. So that's guaranteed. So I think you'll like
actually,
it.
Pete, if you don't like it, I'll buy it off you. You can just send it to me. I guarantee you'll like it. It's a great wash. It smells amazing.
All right, folks, we're out of
All right.
here.
Thanks
See
very
you
much,
next
guys.
week.
Thank you. Bye.
Take
Bye.
care. Bye bye.